something. Ah! I feel like a parent playing peekaboo with a child. Peekaboo, 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 peekaboo. So what I'm going to do, the pen is mightier than the sword. Sort of. A little bit. Teensy bit mightier than the sword. Right, things have been going a little bit crazy. I've got a message that said that everything's okay now. That previously messages didn't happen in that, and now they do. So I think they're lying, but whatever. Let me have a look. Create a highlight. I don't want to create a highlight, but let's see if we can go here. Learn more. Learn more. Sorry about that. I can't chat. So good luck. Like, comment, subscribe. Maybe I'll even be able to see you. I wonder if I flip this around and then flip this back. That doesn't work. Let me try. I'm going to push a button here. I'm going to push the shorts button or whatever. Highlight saved to your channel, unlisted video. There you go. At least 1 minute. No. All right, we'll just get cracking. You won't be able to talk to me from the looks of things.
Sorry, never mind.
Okay.
I was going to show you this.
Right, you can show me that later.
I'll just send it to you and you can put it.
Right. So at any rate, 2 cans of Monster are going to be used as my impromptu stand. Or will they? Let's see. If I do it this way. A Twinings packet. Can of Mother. This live stream is brought to you by Mother. And then I go like that. And then I can put it here. Can we get it to work? Can we get it to work? Can we get it to work? Yay! We have a sort of semi-stable thing that doesn't have a giant can in the way. Yay! Whoop. Right, so now I can sit here and do my Dear Belvedere heuristic. I was going to say the rude word. If you want to know what rude word I was saying, I can give you a hint. Anyway, here's the, oh, hello there. How you doing, Rick Van de Pige? That sounds incredibly Dutch. Have a look at that. That is what I call the butterfly opal. If we can get in there. No, we can't. Let me try and do it this way. And remind me to get Band-Aids because it's really starting to hurt. There we go. Can you see the butterfly? It's a beautiful little thing. Right. Anyway. So what I've been doing recently, well, you can stop being quiet now. Been pretending, and I've just dropped the lid. And dear Marjorie, wasn't it? Dear Marjorie, I wish to talk to you facetiously. I don't know what that word would be. It'd be, we'll even make one up. FACITIGICOUSLY. That sounds like something that is said in the 17th century, doesn't it? Anyway, you're like picking up the pen. Now, the reason why I was doing not just to make word plays out of weird words, it's this. Today's date, what is it? It's the 10th today, I think? The 10th. Yes. There's 10 people here. It's the 10th. It must be fate. So, and it's the 10th of July. So, if I write 10 of July, and then I will write 2025, and then I will say Legacy Opal. Now, the general idea is, if I show you these, I've got these, and these are basically opals from previous streams, and I've actually dated the stream, and I'm planning on selling them at some stage, and you can have an artifact from one of the live streams. An early live stream is like before I was cool. A later live stream, of course, is like I never got cool. But, you know, what we can do there, as a matter of fact, we can use this word, can't we? We can call it FACITIG. Oh, I'll put an H in there, hey? Yeah, ICOUSLY. 2 exclamation marks, because honestly, we need 2 exclamation marks. So I'll bring this out with me, and every time Opal gets rejected, it won't just disappear into the ether. It'll actually be an artifact of what has happened. Now, you may be aware of the presence of hamburgers. I'm not sure how that made it into the live stream. We're not going to worry. Caustic soda. This things go really bad. All right, so I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to place the jacket upon my body, because it's rather cold out here. In case you were wondering why I was using all that 17th century talk, this is the pen that I use. The reason I use the pen is because I've got, shall we say, a large number of these feathers just lying around. Oh, okay. Well, drive into town well, fare thee well. Hang on, I'll write it. Fare thee well. May you buy many cantaloupes and other such riches with your riches. With great affection, yours truly, Dr. Phil. What did George Washington say? Your obedient servant. Bit of a burn there, wasn't it? I'm so cunning with my language. Right, jacket on. What's wrong, Max? I'll show you Max in a minute. Just zipping everything up because it's mortal cold out there. I think if you come from any other country than Australia, you'd be like, no, it's not. But we like to think it is. There we go. Jacket on. Jacket inside out, jacket off. There we go. Right. Jacket on again. Yoik. 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 Right. I know, this is riveting viewing, isn't it? I'll just keep like this. That'll be warm enough. Flip it around. Max does not like the jacket. That's why he's a bit upset with me. Saying you are a perfectly normal human being up until this point. Now you have that black thing on. Sketchy piece. Come on, sketchy piece. Sketchy piece. Scratch. There we go. Yeah. Rare honour to do it at the beginning of the stream. Doesn't happen very often. Should put a few band-aids on. Got very sore fingers at the moment. There we go. Right. Right. Loki, are you going to be more accommodating? Indeed you are, Loki. Right. But Loki's a girl, just in case you didn't know. There you are, buddy. Yeah. Max is a semi-wild one. Loki is the tame one. So both of them are only co-residents. They're not captives, even though they are in cages. I'll give you the optics don't look good. But we're all just travellers on this rock together, aren't we, Loki? Yeah. Right, let's get to the opals. Just grabbing the bag, wherever I put it. Conspicuously. Indeed. Hello, Pony. We'll talk to you later. Like and subscribe. What? No, said something. Here we go. Let's have a look at my opal stuff. Yep, we've got a few We've got a few opals out here. We've still got the magic amazing opals that we had before, which is good. We are going to have to just do a few little modifications. Bob the engineer, the uninspired engineer, is going to have to make an appearance and just put a few little things in to help with the other few little things. Yes, that's going to work, surely. And what I'm also going to do is I am going to fill this for my next trick. I can do that. For my next trick, I'm going to fill this with water and turn it into a thing. But in order to do that, I need to poke it in here. What will I do? I'll just use the method bottle. Yeah, I'll just use this. All I need is just a small amount of water in here so that I can fill it up. And once it's got the water in, I can then do a thing. I can't actually show it to you because it's too hard to do it with two hands, let alone one. So I can't camera up. Oh, I suppose I can camera up. Look. You'll just have to see what's going on afterwards. Let's see, we've got that there. Good. No, that's not going to work. We'll flip it around and see if we can do it this way. Yoink. Right. Might work this way. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this thing up with water, this tube, and hopefully, if it works, the tube will have a siphon effect, which is what I'm going for. And that siphon effect will help me to refill all of the water from all of the other places. So that's how it's supposed to work. Is it going to work that way? Anyone's guess. First things first, of course, I need to even have the camera set up right. Let's just set it up here. Will that work? Nearly will. I can make it work, don't you worry. Fill it with a bit of water. Then we'll make it work. There we go. Now that it's working. So hopefully what's going to happen is that you'll see this container. This container here, I wish to bridge it with this container here because this tube here connects to my water system. And as you can see, the water level is rather low here. I'll move this away. Yes, the water level is at a point which we would consider critically low, but we have a lot of water in all of these containers, and so we can then augment the supply. So first things first, fill with water. I have a tiny little funnel. I'll go get it. I know where it is this time around. If you're wondering where I found a tiny little funnel, this is the genuine, honest answer. It's amazing what you find on the side of the road. So I can do it this way, I suppose. In you go. Not working as great as I was hoping. And there we have it. Lovely. Okay, now, is that full? Let's have a look. Where's it? Yeah, I think it'll work. So all I need to do now is poke that in there and get that going. So we go yoik, and there it is. Is it flowing? Go on, flow. Flow, you damn thing. There we go, it's flowing. Clamp that up again. Right. The next bit is to lower this one to a suitable level, and then hopefully we can get it working. This thing goes down a bit, then this thing goes below the level, the water starts to flow. I'll try and pop it into the thing. There we go. Hopefully it's going to work, 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 it's going to work. It didn't work. Dagnum. Okay, let's try again. Move this over a bit further so that we've got a chance to tip it over a bit. So we'll do that again. Funnel in. Yoink. Hope you're seeing this. Funnel in. That's that done. Then water in. Once we've got the funnel in, of course. Then the water in. I will hold it up because it's too hard. Here we go. Then water in. There it is. Water's in. Now, cap it on one side. Funnel out. Come on. You can do this. Right. Poke in here. Get water flowing. Come on, flow. Flow down, you. Take back out. Try again. What I'll also do is I'll try and fill it up a bit. What a load of fun this is. Where's this? This is because I don't feel like sucking on this thing today. It's cold and I don't know. We use grey water out here. If you want to know what grey water is, it's like, I don't know, 1 or 2 steps from the dunny, and the dunny being the toilet or the bathroom. So you don't really want to. It's safe, but like I'm not going to put my mouth on it. That'll do, hopefully. Now put in just enough. Bing. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Ah, come on. Let's do that again. What fun. Okay, fill from here. Got to give it a little bit more oomph, I think. We give it a bit more height, even for a little time, it might work. So fill again. So the next thing is going to be fill. Put funnel in. Fill the tube. Then fill the container again. Put tube in. Run around like chook without head. And that will hopefully fix it all up for us. With special emphasis on run around like chook without a head. Do you use that kind of imagery in other countries, maybe? I don't know. Well, there we go. Okay. Thing off. Thing in. Got it. I didn't refill it. Hopefully it's not going to cost me. Come on, it's cost me. All right. So, move this thing away. Whoa! You didn't see anything, did you? Didn't think so. That one's out of the loop, so may as well move it away. I'll have to refill that one. Always something, isn't it? Always something. So we'll just go move that one over to all the way over to here. And then that means I'm going to have to refill this one when the time comes. That's going to be great. Over there you go. Come on. Over there you go. Over there. Good little thing. There you go. Good. All right. Well, that gives us enough clear space to figure out how to do this. Doesn't help that this is like a million miles above me. Here we go. In there. Can you just not give me problems? Can you try not giving me problems? It'll be a
eternally grateful if you didn't give me problems. Okay, here we go. So flip this around, and like this is going to be a horrible mess at the end of it because everything's been flipped and turned, and that doesn't matter. We will work on the issues as they arise. Okay, here we go again. Fix this up. At least it's a good comedy of errors. There should be a laugh track or something that's going on with this, or maybe that music that goes dum ba dum ba dum ba da ba da dum. Boing. Right. Now, water in. Don't worry about all that electrical equipment. It's only electrons. Okay. Here we go. Okay, thing off. Fill up. Right. Dr. Phil by name, Dr. Phil by nature. There we go. Yoik, in you get. So, put in. Tip down. Get working. Cut off. Flip around. It's this. Which one is it? Make sure you got right one. Correct one is this one here. Lucky. Okay, so here we go. Move that down. You've got to be kidding. All right. Do it again. We will win. Don't you worry. Oh, I've got to do it this way. And I've got very little water left. Ah, that makes it drama. There's not much water left. Oh no. Will we do it before we run out of almost unlimited supply of water? I don't know. You'll have to tune in next week. Will he ever get common sense? That's a better question. Okay. Here we go. Yoink, in it goes. Tip it. Allow it to go. Move this down. Allow it to go again. Whoop. Tip over the phone so that people miss the moment of triumph. That's perfect. Yes, that's the perfect heuristic for this kind of thing. But we got it. We got it. It's working. Phew. That was a little bit of effort. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly put a mark onto this to make sure that it is actually working. So just put a mark here. And if that is slowly going up, then we have succeeded. And I think it is. Oh, that was a bit epic. And we haven't even started with the opals yet. What is going to happen with the opals? Okay. Yes, as you can see, we'll zoom in. The water is above the line, so it's worked. Excellent. That means that I'm not in danger of running out of water halfway through the darn stream. Mirror down the stream, as we say. Okay. What I will do, however, as per normal, I will get you a lovely selection of the finest quality opals that the world has ever provided. Here's one of them. I know it doesn't look like the finest quality opal yet, but that's because it hasn't been touched by the hands of the amazing Dr. Phil. Gee. Oh, what do they say? You're 5 foot tall and 9 foot up yourself? There we go. We've got water. It's dripping very, very slowly. That pretty much sums up what it's like to be around here. Basically a drip. Okay. So, we got this guy. This guy was pretty easy to cut, I think, except there's a bit of sand over there. There's a bit of, there's a bit of stuff that needs to be dealt with. So, we'll see how it goes. But don't worry, we've got plenty of others in this particular container. This is basically a, it's a partially cut stone collection. So what I'll do in my spare time, if I've got spare time, which I don't often have, any single parent will know that, basically what I do is in my spare time I cut stones partially so that they're ready to go in the stream. So I'm not going to say that they are 100% cut or they're going to 100% succeed. They've got a better likelihood of succeeding. Look at this bad boy. Yeah, okay, we're going to do this one first because he looks good. He looks good. That one will probably really pop out and do things. All right, so let's have a look at the other ones. No, it seems to be brought to you by the colour purple, doesn't it? We'll try and find something that's not purple. There'll be plenty in the other containers, so don't worry. What I might even do is just dip it in the water and you will see all of the colours immediately. That's what we will do. So basically it's going to be a case of nice pretty bag full of pretty stones like that, and I'll see if, yeah, you can see them instantly now. I'll try and fish one or two out. Here we go. There's this one here. You can see that, so we'll find out how many colours that one will produce. Got this guy. No. Oh, this guy here. Yep, definitely. Yoink. Man, fingers are cold. There we go. Oh, come on. Colour. Here's another one. We'll also have the big stones as well. This guy here, nice and colourful. You didn't see the colour, but it's there. We've got nice colour here too. Oh, come on, get out there. It's being slippery. There we go, that's the one. This guy here, small but awesome. You'll see when it gets cut. I'm more confident about this type of stone. This guy here, I think he is. Yeah, look at this. This is just a. This one's a smasher. Oh, this one's a smasher. Thank you. So you'll see some pretty cool stuff when I cut that one up. There's also a dozen million that are over in another container, which are very similar. Now this guy here, interesting stone. I'll zoom in on it so you can see what we're dealing with. And it's also going to explain the problem of the opal cutter. It sounds like a tale that starts in days of yore, but it's not quite like that. The problem of the opal cutter, see that little white line? That is there. There's your problem. Did you see that just in there? You can see there's actually evidence that this is more than just a piece of opal. There's evidence to say that this has got epic amounts of colour with it, but there's also a good chance that this particular opal has only got the colour facing a very specific side. So that means that we don't know, basically. We're going to have a go. We're going to cut it and see what happens. It might succeed, it might fail. Look at that, there you go. You see that there? That's all from that layer there. We have no idea whether that layer is going to succeed or not. But that is hopeful. Did you see that? The fact that I'm holding it at that kind of angle, that really excites me. That means that we might actually have an entire opal this big. I will say that is around about an inch by 4/5 of an inch, or 2 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. So that's a big whacking piece of opal there. And if those colours stay, that is money. But the risk, of course, is that we don't know if it's going to be money, or bankruptcy, or anything in between. All we know is that at certain angles here, this line seems to produce colour. I am certainly hoping that it produces what I think it'll produce. There is no guarantee in this world. Next thing I've got to do is going to have a bit of a chat with Bob, the uninspired engineer, who's about to make sure that everything to do with the opals will be hunky-dory. So first things first. Oh, that doesn't look good. I'm going to have to fix that up. So in order to do this, it's a two-stage process. First things first, make sure the machine's working. Second thing second, turn this on. Third thing is improvise the solution. As a matter of fact, I'll turn the water off for that. What I'm doing is I'm essentially making a plug to hold the machining. And I'll also be putting a secondary security feature in as well. So you'll bear with me and I'll get it all sorted out for you. Whilst we're doing this, I've got a new initiative. If you look on my channel, as you can see, this is moving around a bit. Yeah, gonna fix it. Stop wailing. Now, pull that out again. Pop this in here like so. Hopefully this is going to be good enough. Just grabbing the hammer, if I can find the hammer. There it is. Okay. This is only for machines. Only occasionally do I use this on opals. Oh, sorry, Bob the mechanic, or the uninspired engineer, whatever I call him. Yep, so I'm just going to put this in here with my technical piece of equipment that you do not understand because I am way more superior technically than you are. This is a kinetic force persuading tool. Uses kinetic force to persuade. May have to soften it down a bit. There we go. Yoink. Okay. Now I will kinetically persuade it. Get back down here. You need to be persuaded in this direction with the kinetic persuasion tool. Right. That looks pretty good. Right, so let's move this out here so it will work. Move this around here, and I'm just going to go grab a band-aid because I've got a sore finger. Now, turn this water on. Where's the water button? I keep forgetting where I put the water. There's the water. Yoink, on with the water. And what I'm going to also do is I'm going to just adjust the flow a bit because I noticed it was a bit dodgy. Here we go. Not that one, but that one. Yes. There we go. How's that now? That's a bit better. Good. Move this over. Move this back. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Perfect. Right. Band-aid time. Just a band-aid solution. There you go. Down, band-aids. So I did a quick Google on some related injuries. Oh, wow, band-aids. So here we go. Thank you for showing up, by the way. Now listen, what I've done is I've committed to no mid-roll ads. So you're not going to see any mid-roll ads. But in order to do that, not in order to, but in order, I'm doing an experiment to see if I can get actually profitable. What I've done is I've put on my shorts and on my a long feed, basically I think it's called Dr. Phil's tip jar, And the whole idea of that is that you go on there and maybe go off in, you know, if you've got a browser open up another browser, go on there and just click on that particular video or short that I've got. And if you click on that, what it'll do is it'll just give you 15 seconds or 20 seconds of just basically a picture, no sound, no nothing. But it'll give the algorithm an opportunity to throw an ad onto that thing. And so whilst you're happily watching this, or after you've watched this, you can have ads showing on that thing, and that'll work as a mid-roll ad. Hopefully it'll work out. I don't know if it'll... Oh, 3 likes already. Thank you. And the likes are just as good too. But I was thinking that's a good way of doing it. That means that you don't have to go buy me a coffee. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just click on a mindless link every now and then. I think that is the bee's knees on how to do it. So let's... And I don't think I'm breaking any rules doing it either. Oh, thank you for the like. So what I'm going to do is just turn this on again. Well, that was a pleasant noise. I think it's because I'm applying too much force to this thing. So I'll move it down a bit. Let's see if that works. You can see that. Let's go to there. There we go. Right. So first things first, let's zoom in a bit. That's a perfect angle. Let's go. Lovely. Looking good. I'm intrigued as to how far this is actually going to go. Look. Tomorrow I should be getting some new blades too. That'll be exciting. Oh, 92. It's a nice little number. Thought I saw some awesome colour just on the top there, actually. I'm hoping that wasn't a hallucination. Speaking of hallucinations, has anyone been trying to use their AIs today? That's been a little bit of fun. Hello there, Anna. How you doing? Anna Rendlova. That sounds awesome. What a great name. 5 likes. Yeah. You must have given me a like as well, Anna. So you are now officially one of my favouriteest people ever. I'm rolling out the red carpet. You even spoke. So you have... even if you didn't like, you've put an engagement metric up for me. So, Anna Rinlova, the amazing Anna, has joined the chat. There you are. I gave you an official welcome. As you can see, we'll just go over to here. We're getting some pretty good... Hello there, hee ha 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 hee ha 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 hee. Hi. How you doing? That's great. Is it night time in your part of the world, i.e. Australia, or is it America time or Europe time, or... You don't have to say where you are. I won't exactly track you down, but, you know, I understand. Florida. That's, well, south of North America, I suppose. Never been there. So, in case you're interested, I am Australian. I've been to America, but I've been essentially limited to Texas and to Nebraska. And Texas was only the airport. But I have done some modelling in Florida, not as in clothes, but in computer modelling. So I know a little bit about all of the swamps and stuff that are around there, and the water supply, which is getting concerning. People like to get political about that sort of stuff, but the basic facts of the matter is, it doesn't matter who's in charge. The water supply is getting pretty interesting, and salt water's pushing in, and it's not looking good. Oh, hello there. Thomas Gates from California. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thomas Gates and he to our chat. Wonderful, inspired people who definitely talked, and I strongly suspect have liked my conversation. So, you are most welcome here, good sirs. Now the next question is, will this opal come good? I think it will. What I'm seeing here, you can definitely see the colour there. That's not a problem. But what I'm also seeing is there's some colour that's just poking through just in here. It's much, much more muted. Oh, hang on, I can put the enhanced butter on. There we go. Retouch is on. Hello there, Kia Hontan. Ladies and gentlemen, make room for Kia Hontan. He or she has arrived in the chat, in the stream. Do you want that in English money or Australian money? The temperature is approximately 5 degrees. I'll say that's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Apologies if I get that a little bit wrong. So ladies, another like, thank you very much. As well as liking, what I've decided is I've made a commitment to not put mid-roll ads in. That's basically, you know, you're watching your favourite video and they go, and the killer was, now you need to drive a Toyota car because we like Toyota cars and we like to drive our Toyota cars, and it's not at all irritating having the killer interrupted by that, is it? No. I hate that myself. So what I've done is I've decided to have no mid-roll ads, and the way I've decided to compensate for that, and there is absolutely no obligation, is to put up a little video which basically says Dr. Phil's Tip Jar, and you can go on another browser or later on and just find Dr. Phil's Tip Jar and just play it. It should be just a video that's completely silent for 15 to 20 seconds. And hopefully an ad will play in that. And that means that you can get your advertising kind of when you want it rather than when other people want it. 82 degrees. 20 Celsius, roughly. Give or take. So I'd be maybe wearing a long sleeve shirt-ish, maybe take it off if I'm doing some exertion, that kind of weather. I'm cutting this off because it'll get too thin and I can actually do better with it if I operate on it. See, that's pretty much already ready, and if I kept grinding it, it'd go away. You can see that. Doesn't take much. Well, hello. AI Chemical Life. It's not it was an arrowhead. No, I was just cutting it off because it was going to get ground into a powder. And I much prefer to have it as just something we could use as an artifact. So it'll go into the artifacts bag. This, however, is an opal, and it's got colour on it. So what I'll do is I will now just assume that this opal is going to be opal in full glory, which I think it might be. Carve corners, turn it into a cab. Not an arrowhead, but a cab. But it sounds like you have been watching too many videos from Pulitzer opals, am I correct? I'm making an opal. Hang on a second. Welcome to the stream, AI Chemical Life. Please give him all of the honours that his position and title and dignity permits. And if anyone's got a free hot dog, you can have that too. I think we're all out of free hot dogs though. So, do with that as you will. Now, because of the way the opal is structured, I'm convinced there's actually some colour in here, but we know there's colour there, so I'm not going to mess with that if I can at all avoid it. And if I'm going to do any kind of shaping, I'll shape it from this end. And if you're desperate for an arrowhead, I'll find a piece of potch and make one for you. But I'll state the obvious here. I'm not Pulitzer opal. I don't do opal napping like he does. Well, a conversation is what you have here, my friend. So, you've mentioned you live in Florida. At least that's what I thought you were. Do you also work in Florida, or do you travel to Singapore or something? I know, ridiculous example. And what do you do for a profession? You're 10. Ah. Well, if you're doing something for a profession, someone's done something brutally wrong. So what's it like down the coal mine? Have you read any Mark Twain? Because I think there's an awful lot of books about 10-year-olds in Florida. Americans should help me out with that one. I hope it's Florida. Okay, back a long time ago, mate. A lot of children were sent into coal mines to work. It was very immoral, and they ended up making rules against it. So whenever we're talking about working in children, well, sometimes someone might mention a coal mine. Are you talking about Mark Twain in Florida? I occasionally have to remind this infernal machine that it shouldn't be making noises. What I can do to remind it even more harshly is to push this underneath it. Give me 5 seconds, guys. There we go. No noises, no noises. Nah, whatever. They probably are. I would presume there are coal mines in Florida. But if you're working in a coal mine, no. Bad parents. So 10, that means that you are in year 3 in school, right? So that means you're just learning trigonometry, which is good. Now they're going to tell you a whole heap of stuff about Pythagoras and stuff. Don't worry about it. Just say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then collect your Nobel Prize and then walk out of the class. Now, like a cancer, it's gradually overtaking the whole opal, but it might not make it. I may have to cut it. But what we'll do is, before I make that decision, I'll view it in the sunlight tomorrow. So that's what it looks like now. Hopefully it'll look better later. Sleep. I think it's just buzzing against there. Where's it buzzing against? That's better, whatever it's done. Okay. We're just going to quickly work on this one just a little bit, see how it's going. This one is just a labour of love that we've been doing over a few weeks. Just every now and then I'll get it out and have a look at it. There we go. Oh, that's looking brilliant. Look at that. That's nice. It's really nice. So nice it's a dilemma because there's actually good opal underneath it. What are we going to do? Well, we'll carve this corner. We know that much. So I think what we can do, what we should do, start to think about the cut. So I will cut along here, I think. This better work. I can afford to mess up the corner, but not the rest of it. I've angled it too far. Uh-oh. So what I'm trying to do is have my cake and eat it too. The problem with having your cake and eating it too is you might mash the cake into mush. You also suffer from a bad case of mixed metaphors. So we'll see how this goes. Basically, I'm taking a risk. If you want to see a guy taking a risk, you're at the right channel. If you want to see a guy crash and burn, you're possibly at the right channel too. Uh-oh. Didn't like what I just did then. Let's have a look. What did I do? Let's just quickly... Hopefully this is okay. Problem is that I noticed that I was literally cutting through the opal I wanted to preserve, so I'm worried, but we'll see in a second. Oh, okay. You can make a video saying hi to me. I would love a video saying hi to me. Hello, Dr. Phil, and I will like it, and I will subscribe it, and all the things. Hopefully, I'll be able to find you again. That's the problem. It's the algorithm that'll be the issue. But you are a very memorable name. You're ha 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 ha. Surely that's a good one. So guys, if you want to like and subscribe to ha 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 ha, go on. He's 10 years old. Or she, I don't know. Ha 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 ha, he's 10 years old. Just trying to make it in this world. Trying to avoid going into the coal mines of Florida. So have a look at the videos and like and subscribe and give them all the love. And if he gets like 1 million billion likes, he's not gonna, or they're not gonna be in the coal mine, are they? I can make one of those World Vision ads. Every 30 seconds, a Floridan child goes into a coal mine. You can like and subscribe. With many badly needed likes, you can avoid that fate for at least one. So what I've done there is I've hedged my bets. If the algorithm loses you, or if I lose my memory, and quite frankly, I'm forgetful, but I've hedged it now. At least someone knows the message to come out and find you. Not in a bad way. But in a algorithmic, YouTube-y kind of amazing, like and subscribe-y kind of way. Anybody else who's doing content creation around here, don't be afraid to say hi to me, and I'll give your video a plug. Because, like, let's face facts. Let's be the algorithm. I reckon that's a better way to do it. Be the algorithm. Support each other. That way we'll be able to all go on this rock together. Not this rock, the rock that's got the gravity. We can all survive this rock together. That'll be a great thing, a wondrous thing, amazing, wondrous, great thing. Right, let's have a look at this thing on the other side. What have we got? Okay, we're looking good. We've probably got a lot to play with over here, but I can see some dark potch lines there which could result in colour. Let me just have a quick look in the right lighting. Can't see anything yet, nor can I see anything on the other side, but there is evidence on the other side as well. Let's just go through it and show you. Can you see those dark lines there? They look like little bubbles. I'm pretty certain that in the right circumstances that is colour. The only reason it's not colour is we've cut it the wrong side. You don't know that. You can see how there's a little bit of colour just on the side there. That's kind of how it works. So let's see if we can get some of that working. Not working yet. I think we've got a better chance of doing this side. More interesting anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just bring this end in. Very gently, I don't want to ruin anything. This end in too. Let's zoom out a bit. Yeah, perfect. So you can see what's going on. The whole idea is to make a cab. So you can see how that's kind of rounded. I'll be rounding the other side too, but we'll just get this done first. And here's the problem, if I do it that way, I think we start to see some of that stuff shine. Let me have a quick look. Could just be my imagination. I've got a pretty good one. Everywhere I go. Could that be money? 19 likes, guys. Thank you very much. Right, now I'm doing the other side. Now, if this opal actually had colour wall to wall, as they say, a cabochon this size, $5,000 to $10,000. Now it doesn't have that kind of colour, so I'll be lucky to get $1,000 for it. Very lucky. Lucky to get 100. If more colour shows, the numbers go up. There's a little bit of blue here, so maybe 100 or 200, maybe if I cut this bit off. But we'll worry about how much it costs later. But people are always interested in the cost of opals, you know. George just pulled $15,000 worth of opal out of the ground with a pickaxe and his snot. So, you know, it's all that kind of stuff. Oh, 22 likes. Thank you, guys. All right, we've got purples here. Yeah, baby. So what I'm doing is I'm giving it a bit more dome, because I can see that dome is going to be important for this one. Ordinarily, I don't like dome, even though all the artistic people go, oh yes, you need a dome on that opal. Oh, definitely a dome. Oh, well, is that a good dome? I don't think it's a good dome at all. Oh, we need domes. Okay, fine. But generally speaking, I just let the opal speak for itself. But this opal it's very flat, but it wants a dome. Now the only issue is this side here. I could get away with calling this a picture stone because it's got quite a nice picture just there. That's great, that's fine. But this ain't doing much unless that starts to shine. Let me have a look. Okay, that is sun flash, so I've got to be very careful. Sun flash is a type of flash that only shows up in sunlight. And if I'm any judge, this is sun flash. So what I've got to do is I've got to very carefully carve it back and make it nice and smooth. But tomorrow I'll have a look at it, and if it's sun flash, cha-ching. Now, just so that you know, sun flash isn't the best and greatest of the opals, but considering the fact we've got this opal here, which has got nice colour in it, we've got a nice bit of picture. Oh, my favourite sport. Oh, gee. I'm not sure Florida people play cricket. Let's say baseball, because it's close enough. One of my greatest sporting heroes is no longer alive. He was a great friend of a guy by the name of Babe Ruth. Maybe you've heard of him. So therefore, I will say baseball. That's good. Good bit of hand-eye coordination, hey? So do you like pitching or batting? "23 likes. Well done, guys. Just checking. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to very gently go around the back of it, because there may be some flash there as well. You love all of it. Are you the champion, or do you just love it? My favourite position in baseball is the one where you get to wear a mask and stand behind with a giant glove and going strike one. I love playing that. I get lots of points doing that. All right, that's going into the definitely going to polish it pile. That's beautiful. More excitingly, there's another one which might go better. It's this guy here. Let's see what it can do. This is what I cut it off. And I cut it because I thought I saw some interesting promise just down here. So we're going to have a look at that. Because I had a look at this other stone, I know what I'm looking for, and it may well be sun flash, so we've got to be a bit careful. That's it, umpire. Yeah, because he umpires and he gets all the umpire points, doesn't he? No one else gets to say strike one. Oh no. So why did they let him on the field then? He's not part of the players. Oh, my dreams have been shattered. I wanted to be a professional, high-scoring umpire. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll look for it. I'll look out for it next time. So he'll come in. He'll have the faceplate on his face, and then he'll have a soccer ball somewhere, will he? And then he goes strike one, and then he kicks the soccer ball at someone. Is that how it works? That's right, because in soccer, like, they have a person called a striker, so he must be a striker. That must be how it works. I now know all the rules of all the sports ever. So how's this going? Strike one, I think. Having a look in the lights? No. Oh. This one might be a home run. We'll have a look on the other side as well. Oh, but you've explained it so well. So I found out that this umpire guy, he's an amazing athlete who can play both soccer and baseball at the same time whilst calling out strike one. That sounds really awesome. Possibly the best person in the universe. So I'm really happy now. Just don't shatter my dreams and say he's someone that just sits at the back and like makes sure that the rules are maintained or anything boring like that. I will, because that'll be like the best thing. I bet everyone searches up those people because they're sitting there kicking soccer balls and they're like shouting strike all the time. I mean, they probably wouldn't even have time to write on the internet doing all that fun stuff. So there'd have to be people like who are specially devoted to like loving them. Oh yeah, that's silly, isn't it? You'd like say, what he'd do is he'd go strike one, then he'd get the soccer ball out and play soccer, and then he'd go back to the mound and he'd go and catch the ball and go strike two, then he'll play soccer again, right? So obviously not at the same time, like alternately, not simultaneously, alternately. That's the way it'd work. Yeah, that sounds fun. So long as he's not like a teacher, you know, like, you're not obeying the rules, that kind of stuff. Who wants that? Well, that's an interesting layering effect. Look at that. Even if it doesn't do what I'm hoping it will do, which is, you see that little discoloured patch down the bottom there, that might end up doing something cool, but hopefully we'll get something nice out of all of it. Now I'm wondering whether I should, yeah, what I'll do is I'll cut that bit off because it's a bit dodge. What I can do is I can cut it at an angle. I'll cut it about there. Yeah, I'll cut it there. So that means that we've got enough to make it into a drop or maybe a cab somehow. And then we say, hopefully I made a good decision, because there's risk, but you know. After this one, guys, wow, 115. We'll have to do the Magnum Opal. The Magnum Opal is very special. Oh, so the referee does examples as well. So he goes, strike one, then he kicks the soccer ball, and then he goes to a blackboard and he writes an example, then he goes back to the mound and he goes, strike two, then he kicks another soccer ball, and then he makes an example on the blackboard. That makes much more sense, and it's way more fun. You're right, that is much more fun. Man, that referee must be the funnest person in the world. And he gets to wear the coolest stuff. Oh, that was such a good example. Oh. Okay. All right, so we've got to go back to square one. So he wears the faceplate. He says strike one. So when did he get the soccer ball out? doesn't. He doesn't? Oh, he must... It's mind games, isn't it? He's playing mind games with everybody. So he goes onto the soccer field and he goes, I'm messing with all of your minds. I'm messing with you. Oh, you watch it. And everyone goes, oh, no, not all the mind games. Oh, I can't handle the mind games. Ah. And then they go, oh, here, have the ball. Kick it in the goal. Just don't do the mind games. Is that how it works? So the referee is kind of so they referee the soccer match, then they go to the baseball field and they go strike one, then they run back to the soccer field. They set an example for all of the soccer players, because you know the soccer players, they all just fall on the ground going, oh my leg, it's hurting, my leg is really badly hurt. So you need to set an example, but different. So he umpires differently. Well, that makes sense because they're two different games. But you're doing such a good job. Hello there, Abadabanhame Toby. I'm so sorry if I've given your name a butchering. But ladies and gentlemen, Abadahamni Toby has entered the building. Everyone give him some respect. Salute. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Welcome to the chat. Well, you're a good typer, I can see that. Because I'm here on the live stream and I'm doing the talky talk. And that's easy, doing the talky talk. By the way, guys, 29 likes. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. So I get to do the talky talk. And so I can talk out like, I don't know, maybe even 4 or 5 words a minute. Imagine being able to like type or talk at 7 words a minute. I mean, that's more words than are in the whole wide world, I reckon. I know that because like even Elmo can't learn new words really quickly. You can tell because when you have a look at the outtakes of Sesame Street, and a celebrity will be talking, and then suddenly Elmo goes, I learned a new word, Elmo learned a new word. And you go, oh wow, Elmo's learned a new word. Oh, I can't do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have made a drop. Now she's back in the atmosphere, the drops above the ridge in my hand. Hey, hey. She walks like, what is it? She looks like summer and it walks like rain. Reminds me that there's time to change. Hey, 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 hey. Better stop or else they'll demonetize me because YouTube has a policy. Hey, 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 hey. Podríamos como esta montana, gracias. Montado. I thought my Spanish was good, but I learned it from Chileans. I'm not going to tell you what they say. I got it's with I think the soil is with something. Thank you. And you have just humbled me in my Spanish, my good sir. But, Delphin, welcome to the chat anyway. Okay. Oh, if that flashes in the sun, that's a brilliant one. Let me have a look. Oh, we have a chance with that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go this side because I think we can actually make it so that the flash is real. So I'm going to try and... So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it... Well, look who's come along. How are we, my good friend? Or como estas, as we've got over here. I discovered my Spanish is terrible. Wrecked. Bad day? Was it as bad as you expected? That's a worry. Tired. Okay, good. This is called a drop, my friend. Meet ha 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 ha. And Adele, ha 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 Adele. Ha 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 is 10 years old. He likes playing baseball, but he knows the rules of baseball far better than I do, and he knows how to make like the people at the back umpire soccer at the same time as calling out strike one. So he must be really cool. There we go. So this is called a drop. It's a jewel. It's a gem. It's an opal. Let me show you an example if I can. When they've got a little bit more colour in them, they look kind of like this. Hopefully I've got the right one. Yeah. I'll zoom in. Oh, come on. There you go, beautiful little thing. Got a crack in them, you get a general idea. They're beautiful little things. Alright. Now this one, I suppose if he was Spanish he'd be ja 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 ja. Oh no, I've got, basically I've worn my fingers down to the bone with the Dremel. You can see that's the kind of thing that we're dealing with. So if you have a look, he, ha ha ha, those little discoloured patches there are possibly what we call sun flash, and that sun flash actually shines brightly. Oh my goodness. What did I do? I just said a bad word to a 10-year-old. Okay, let's do a magnum opal, and then we'll go have a look at the bajeros. Hopefully I've said that right, because I know there's a wrong way to say that. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah, here we go. This one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Magnum Opal candidate number 1. This is a possibly shell opal that has been aged in Cubipede for approximately 160 million years. This guy likes to swim and to play the drums somehow. So welcome to the cutting wheel.
Oh, it's great to be here. I really love being there. I'm really quite a showy kind of person. I really like doing my
He ran away. Come back here. It's not going to hurt. Oh, come on. You're probably right. But like I had to push a button that said that I'm safe. Well, I didn't say I was safe for children, but like, you know, I thought it was implied when a child's there, you're safe. So, yeah, most of my Spanish was actually learned from some Chileans, actually. They were lovely people, but they had an obsession with Twisted Sister, you know that band? And they were always singing Huevos con aceite. I'm sure there was no double meaning or anything to that. The literal translation is eggs and oil. But also, whenever they were talking about stuff, they were like, oh, huevo, 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 huevo. So, I presume huevo meant something else. Put it this way, I know huevo meant something else. Go get the cat some biscuits. Cat requires biscuits. That's important. So do you reckon this has worked? Let's have a look. That's a no. I have a feeling I picked up the wrong opal. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste time on this anymore. I will just give it a quick look. Oh yeah, there is some. Let me have a look. Yeah. It's good. Just know where I've been cutting it. Just let me see if I can fix that. Excellent, I can fix it. Yeah, mouse checking, I can fix it. If I go like this. I can't add you on the stream, but if you like and subscribe, the algorithm will go, hey, he likes the stream. Or do you want to actually speak on the stream? Do you want to co-commentate? Because I could get a Hammond organ out and go da 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 da. Is that the kind of thing you want? I think you'll find it is. Okay, yeah, you can co-stream. So if you I don't know how to do it. Actually, you should ask Adele. She knows how to do it. But you should keep yourself safe on the internet. You should know that. You can't just, give your details to anybody. She wins a prize. I wonder what she wins. Yes. Congratulations! You win the prize for successfully translating the Spanish. You win an all-expenses trip to Concha de Mara. All right, so I don't think so. It's been relatively harmless. All right, so we've done that one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly take a bit of the top off this one. Having said that, he was fairly well capable of deleting his post pretty quick. You're quite right. But maybe his parents came along. What? Oh, there's some investigative work. Have you been not entirely honest with us? Listen, my friend. I've got a song. Stretching the truth is telling a lie. Angels are honest, it's why they can fly. Why would you fib? There ain't no reason why. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. That'll fix him. Well, I didn't have time to ask and check. So thank you for doing the investigative work. I've been hoodwinked. Oh no. So ladies and gentlemen, meet Adele. Some might refer to her as a party pooper, but other people actually realise she keeps my stream safe. She has her own channel. Like and subscribe to her. That's true. So you think he was trying to add because he wanted to steal content? In a way, that's a compliment. No, you convinced me, Adele. You convinced me. We're going to assume that he started at 6, but you know. That's scary if you consider what some people use the internet for. We might be using it for, shall we say, some nefarious purposes. Imagine, shall we say, you know, making quite the connection and then realising it's a balding Florida man. So I presume because you were 6 years old when you started your account up, mate. Does that mean that you really only could reach the H and the E key, and that's why you have a name like that? I thought I was riffing quite well with him. I think the gig's up, dude. What's the time in St. Petersburg at the moment? It's all right, mate. You were quite fun to have around. So you can stay being a 10-year-old kid if you want to. G'day, I'm a 10-year-old kid. I like baseball, I do. Now this one, we're doing this on the chance. Oh, don't break the fourth wall with him. He was doing so well. The best way to convince me that you actually are a 10-year-old boy is to start giving me quotes from Thomas the Tank Engine. And then Thomas Jefferson. Well, if you've got a good quote from Thomas the Tank Engine, well, that's 10-year-old boy content straight away. And then Thomas Jefferson, because you are an American, so you need to know something American. So I thought that'd be an adequate test. What? It's more than 3-year-old content. Wasn't it 4? Hang on, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely 4. See how this goes. This is the one. Let's try and get it. What I'll do is I'll cut along there. No, it's a conclusive argument. The phone isn't 4 years old. The account cannot be more than 4 years old. It's just logic. I have a feeling that I'm having more fun than you, Adele. Hello there, Yolanda, and hello there, Mohammed. Let's see if we can get this opal to shine. I'm just going to get it to at least try to shine, and then we're going to go have a look at the birdies. Okay, so that brown patch there is actually the continuation of the line. Brown patch there. Yeah, we'll get there soon, don't worry, Adele. Just in case you're interested, everybody else, I do birds at the end of this. So, like, it's not that I get annoyed with anybody who's, you know, faking accounts and give them the bird. I actually go say hi to my own birds. Right. Anything there? I'll go have a look on my colorimeter. There might be, but I won't know until the morning, I don't think. It's always that way, isn't it? Won't know until the morning. So I'll just carve that bit off. Oop. One more look and then I'll tell you. Yeah, I think so. I think it's good. Well, I'll just quickly do this and then we're straight off to the birds. So the next part of the section is actually narrated by Alfred Hitchcock himself. Actually, it was narrated by Alfred Hitch, but people didn't like him very much, and so they added to his name. But at any rate, yeah, we've got a bit of colour. I'll show it to you in a sec. As a matter of fact, I'll show it to you now. It's very hard to spot, but I'll try. It's just in those cracks, in those infills, you can see a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll actually smooth this. I'll do it another time, but I'll smooth it off because there's actually just these colours that just shine through every now and then. Very interesting stone, quite frankly. It's that crack there that it's all happening at. Anywho, over there it goes. There we go. Stay. No. Oh. You know, you can't get the opals to play nice with their friends, can you? Honestly. Now that's how a 10-year-old behaves. Right, okay. Flip around. G'day. Dr. Phil here. I'm 10 years old. I started my account in 1872. Oh, he. It's always something to lie about. Don't you worry. We live in the real world. We always lie about something, you know. Honestly, I thought she was 18. Okay, here we go. So, hang on. Just going to take the jacket off. Yoink. Well, that was cold. I could barely feel my hands. There we go. Yeah, we didn't have many Mexican jump apples today. What's going on? Okay, like that you look like Tina Turner because you've got like a little simply the best. Dun, 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 better than all the rest. Okay. Low key. Actually, let Max out first. Come here, Max. Yoink. Hello. Scratchy poo. Scratchy poo. Scratchy poo. Yeah. Max, Adele said hi. Now, in case you're wondering, there are people here who have been on this stream long enough to know my birds by sight. The one that's really hard to tell the difference is Pony. You wait till you see her, you're going to go, no, I can't tell the difference between her and any of the other birds. So identical. She's like a shapeshifter. This guy is named okay? And he's only 24 years old. There you go. There you go. That's a good scratchy poo, isn't it? Yeah, good scratchy poo. Good scratchy poo. Good scratchy poo. Yeah. Good scratchy poo right up there in the ear hole. The ear hole. Yeah. There you go. Good birdie. Good birdie with a scratch in the ear hole. Yeah. Yeah. Scratchy poo, scratchy poo. It's a birdie with a scratchy poo. There you go. Let's Let's go say hi to Loki. Oh, Loki's all warm and fluffy. It's so fluffy, I can die. For a while, we've discovered that Max actually likes to have, the higher the frequency, the more Max likes it. So you give, and like, I don't know, I just do whatever with these birds. They seem to appreciate me no matter what, which is kind of a special thing. Hello, Max. Hello. Oh, Loki's gone upside down. Yoink. Yeah, you can come here. Come here, Matt. Come here, Loki. Come here. Come on. Good bird. Good birdie. Yes. Yep. There you go. All right. So, flipping around. Maxi Poo does whatever a Maxi Poo does. Do you want to scratch? Yes, you do. It's our Maxi Poo. Oh yeah, she is very very snuggly. Best thing ever. My kids love her, and the thing is though that I can still. Oh, you want to go there? You can go there if you want, Loki. There you go. Good. Sorry, she just wanted to go back in a cage or somewhere. There you go. Yeah. And she came around at a time when I was really in a bad way too. I've always been an environmental scientist, but I haven't been an environmental scientist with birds because I actually am aware of how much work they are, and so it just wasn't on my radar. I had 2 kids and failing marriage. I couldn't actually devote enough time to birds, of course. And we had a lorikeet, and man, the lorikeet was tough. So I thought, no, too much work, not going to have a bird. And then, like, first Loki showed up on our doorstep, my parents' doorstep actually, having been, attacked by a cat, no feathers that were, well, all her feathers were broken. We found out later on she had a feather condition, and that's why it's also a big issue if she plucks, because she has a bigger problem with her feathers if she loses them as well. So probably her level of stress and her level of plucking isn't that bad, normal bird terms, but it's catastrophic for someone like her. Anywho, I knew what kind of work a bird involved, and I knew how long cockatoos lived for. If you look after them well, they live for 100 years. So, I mean, I wasn't going to do that. But when the dust had settled, things were a little bit more normal, and I was a little bit unhappy with my life and all that sort of stuff. And she came into my life, and she was in trouble, and we saved each other, basically. So definitely 100. They can live from 40 to 80 in the wild. And I know of one that has lived past 100, and I don't know any of the 150s, but it wouldn't surprise me. I definitely know 100. Yeah. The thing about it is that, like, we as humans, how do I put it? We're rubbish, really. And in many ways, animals don't care. Max cares. If you slip up once, Max is going to remember it forever. Loki, she's a bit more forgiving, but well, I think that someone's actually kept a bird for 100 years. So whether that bird was initially captured or not, I don't know. Remember, they were, like, only in the last 30 or 40 years have we really started to understand these creatures at all. So, like, I think it's the last 10 years that we've realised not to feed cockatoos seeds all the time. With lorikeets, that was where it started, because like lorikeets, they were incredibly messy, and like we fed them seeds and stuff and they just didn't last. And then people said, oh, you need to feed them this porridgey mix stuff, the wet mix and the dry mix, and then people kept formulating and formulating. And then people were going, well, if you've got to do that much with lorikeets, what do you got to do with these other birds? And then people are going, well, you know what, these guys don't actually just eat seeds, they eat grubs and stuff in the timber. Sorry. I nearly dropped the phone. I'm sorry. The time? No, it's about probably 1-ish, I'd say. Scratchy poo? No. I can't have access to the time whilst the phone's ringing, that's all. Oh, Loki's going to sleep. You're fluffing up a bit. I'll get you some seeds, okay? Okay. Done. I'll go get you some seed. You want some seed? Right. Bit of a dog's breakfast around here at the moment. Been busy with work and stuff. Okay. Yoink. And what do you know? Guess who makes the seed? What do you know? A sunflower a day helps you work, rest and play. Okay. Probably no one in America knows that one. Boy, nom 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 nom. Are you excited, Max? Yes, you are. Notice that Max is in the cage. There you go. Enjoy. Is that what you were hoping for? I bet you were. Loki, do you want some food? Come here. So it's a bit of a routine. I don't do the same with Max, because how do I put this? He bites your hand off. So he just can't help himself. When he sees a finger like that offered, he's just like nom nom nom. And now here is Pony. You can't tell the difference between Pony and the rest of them. Hey, Pony. Now, just so you know, guys, I think the pony's actually partially blind. She's having a great deal of difficulty seeing, as you can see. Ain't nobody here in Texas. Come here, Pony. Here we go. Wing. Splat. Okay. Here we go. Hello. Like and subscribe. Was that you, Pony? Was that you? It was me. Like and subscribe. Now I swear on the grave of Joseph Goebbels that I didn't do that. It was Pony, and Pony alone, who did that. We've got some housekeeping to do just before we finish up, just so that you know. I don't do mid-roll ads, and in order to accommodate that, what I've done is I've just put up 2 blank presentations. So there's absolutely nothing on them except a little bit of writing. It's called Dr. Phil's, what do I call it? Dr. Phil's blank thing. I think, I can't remember what I called it. There you go, Penny. So go over there, have a look, and basically it's a case of, instead of doing the mid-ad rolls, when you're done with all of the YouTubing you want to do, you can go look at that ad in your own time, whatever ads are on there. So I thought that'd be a more ethical way of doing it. So, and probably the algorithm would like that, depending on how you do it, I suppose. I'm not your mum, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Yes. I thought that was a good way of doing it, Adele. So go there and just click on it, and the toilet, whatever you want to do, get yourself a cup of coffee, whatever they say, and allow them to do 3 or 4 93 ads. That way it doesn't hurt anybody. And other than that, have a wonderful evening or have a wonderful day, depending on where you are. All that's left to say is be kind to ChatGPT. I think it's had a bit of a hard time recently. I'm not joking. Someone caught him in a lie, and I'll explain that in a video later on. It's hilarious. And have a lovely evening. Dr. Phil out.